Well, good evening. I'm Joy Holt, reporting for 18 WJTS News. New Year Eve, Jasper police responded to a call of erratic driving. On Saturday evening, just before 8 p.m., the Jasper Police Department received a report from a concerned citizen of a possible impaired driver driving an orange truck northbound on Newton Street, stating at one point the truck had traveled onto the sidewalk. The officers located a 2012 orange Dodge Ram driven by 31-year-old Kyle Sickbert of Birdseye in the 3000 block of Newton Street, and upon further investigation discovered that Sickbert had a blood alcohol content of .147, almost twice the legal limit. Sickbert was then taken into custody and logged in the Dubois County Security Center on charges of operating a vehicle while intoxicated, a Class A misdemeanor. A Ferdinand family has been temporarily displaced from their home after a fire broke out in a gas dryer in their basement on Saturday afternoon, New Year's Eve. Firefighters with the St. Henry Volunteer Fire Department in Ferdinand responded to a call of a fire in a basement at the home of Pat and Cindy Meyer, located at 1411 West 1100 South, just after 11 a.m. on Saturday. Upon arriving at the scene, the basement was fully involved with flames showing out of the west side basement window and north side dryer vent. Firefighters then initiated first contact through the basement window, with a second team entering the home through the inside basement entrance. The fire had spread to the floor joists but was contained to the basement, with firefighters extinguishing the fire before it spread to other areas or walls of the home. Firefighters then completed salvage, overhaul, and inspection of the walls up through the house with a thermal camera for any hot spots or fire travel. Fire damage was contained to the basement with minimal structural damage. The house suffered extensive smoke damage and electrical and plumbing damage throughout the basement. The home will need to be fully cleaned and renovated due to extensive smoke damage. The home was fully insured and the family will be displaced for a while. However, they do have family members to stay with, and the St. Henry firefighters responded with 19 men and 4 trucks were on the scene for a little more than 90 minutes. The Indiana Senate will reconvene tomorrow, January 3rd, to begin the 2017 legislative session. District 48 State Senator Mark Messmer of Jasper says he and fellow lawmakers began work at the State House. They value hearing testimony from industry experts, other legislators, and various stakeholders. Messmer says the most important input they receive, however, is from those living in their districts.
The feedback and ideas of those living in Senate District 48 help me shape my approach on issues that we'll be discussing in the Senate. There are many ways for you to voice your opinions and stay engaged with your state government. One of my top priorities is to make sure those living in my district are fully informed and represented well in the Senate. In the coming weeks, you should be receiving a survey newsletter from me mailed to your home address. This survey will provide you with the opportunity to answer important questions relating to various proposals expected to come before the Indiana General Assembly. Your responses will help me make informed decisions that accurately reflect the opinions of my constituents when these proposals are considered.
Messmer says the survey includes questions about the state budget and road funding in addition to other pertinent issues facing the Hoosier State. Messmer says since the legislative session moves quickly, it's important to note the deadline to provide feedback is January 31st. The survey is also available online at www.indianasenaterepublicans.com/Messmer. On this website, you can also sign up for Messmer's e-newsletter, which is sent each week during the session. Messmer says these newsletters provide a brief update on issues being addressed in the legislature.
By visiting in.gov/IGA, you can access information on legislative proposals, watch committee hearings and Senate sessions live, and track legislation through the legislative process. Additionally, the Indiana Senate Republican Caucus provides live updates and other important news through our various social media platforms. Feel free to like or follow us on the following sites. On Twitter, it is @INSenateGOP. On Facebook, Indiana Senate GOP. Flickr, INSenateGOP. Instagram, Indiana Senate Republicans. And YouTube on IN Senate GOP.
Mesmer encourages you to visit any of those websites and outlets to stay informed on work of the General Assembly and events going on at the State House. Of course, you can contact his office directly with your questions and concerns by email at senator.mesmer@iga.in.gov or by phone at 800-382-9467. The IMAX Theater at the Indiana State Museum in Indianapolis is showing Rogue One, a Star Wars story. The IMAX Theater at the Indiana State Museum is one of 16 destinations globally to show this unique version of Rogue One. The version of the film shown at this theater will feature a 15 by 70 millimeter projection. IMAX is a film format and set of cinema projection standards developed to record and display images of a much greater size and resolution than conventional systems. Used mostly for documentaries and learning venues, there is an estimated 1,102 IMAX theaters in 69 countries, with the Indiana State Museum having 3D projection. For tickets, call 317-233-4629 or visit the website indianamuseum.org. Governor-elect Eric Holcomb has sent out an invitation for Hoosiers to shoot hoops with him before his inauguration. Playing b-ball with Holcomb is scheduled for January 8th at Hinkle Fieldhouse from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Participants will get a chance to shoot hoops with the governor-elect. In other state news, this morning Holcomb announced his selection of Allen County Auditor Tara Klutz to serve as Indiana's 57th Auditor of State. Tara Klutz is a certified public accountant and currently serves as the county auditor for Allen County, Indiana. First elected in 2010, she was re-elected to a second term in 2014. Prior to serving as Allen County Auditor, Tara served 8 years as Allen County's Chief Deputy Auditor. Prior to her public service, Tara was a senior accountant and auditor with the PricewaterhouseCoopers and Crowe Chesnick accounting firms. Tara earned her bachelor's degree in accounting from Indiana University Fort Wayne and passed the Indiana Board of Accountancy CPA. Klutz is filling the position due to current auditor Susan Crouch being elected as the next Indiana Lieutenant Governor. Governor-elect Holcomb will be sworn into office along with his newly elected running mate, Lieutenant Governor Susan Crouch, and newly appointed auditor, along with other state officials, at 11 a.m. on January 9th at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum. The inaugural ball is scheduled to follow later in the day at the JW Marriott and has been sold out. From Indianapolis, the AP reports that Republicans who control the Indiana State House say fiscal restraint is in order when they convene in January, and are also planning to ramp up spending on roads and bridges. Paying for that could require higher gas taxes, hiking vehicle registration costs, and increased tobacco taxes. And in some good news tonight, the Jasper Memorial Hospital announced it's welcomed a New Year baby. The first Baby of the Year title has gone to a 7-pound, 1-ounce, 19.5-inch baby boy named Brandon Angelus. His arrival to the earth was at 8:13 Sunday morning, January 1st, 2017. The proud parents are Vanessa Pozos and Jose Guadalupe Angelus of Dale, Indiana. Congratulations to the happy parents. Stay tuned. We'll have a look at your 5-day forecast and what kind of winter temperatures you can expect for the next week.